took a budget trip to Seattle in the previous video, part 1, tracking every single dollar that I spent, eating a lot of good food and finding the best nightlife free activities in the city. And then at night, I had to go find a place to sleep. I stumbled across a hidden key in this car right here, and yeah, it somehow led me to this apartment where I crashed for the night. And now, look where we are in the morning on the couch. The city's waking up. I'm waking up. So far, we spent $102.57. That's including gas, housing, food, water, energy drinks, everything. Besides this one thing that I got from a jewelry store. And we've got a full, exciting day ahead of us. So let's go. Oh no. Yeah, I woke up kind of late. Plan was to wake up at 9 o'clock to have a full day of Seattle. A couple hours past 9 right now. But it's okay. We can still have the best day in Seattle ever. Alright, let's go. Let's do this. So the first thing on the to-do list, we have to, the hallway right here. We have to return this key to where we found it. Leave everything as you found it. That's what we're gonna do. So many new modern apartment buildings. So the minimum amount of steps what we should get today is 10,000 because 10,000 steps a day makes you healthier, but we're gonna be shooting for 20,000 steps today. So I'll check back in at the end of the video to see how many steps I took today. Same street as yesterday, but in broad daylight. Such a different vibe. I just realized I'm looking so suspicious right now. I'm trying to put the keys back on the tires, but I'm trying to make sure no one's looking at me while I do it. But now I'm just walking around back and forth pacing. There's an event going on right there, so a lot of people are just looking for parking around this area. I just look like I'm doing something suspicious. I'm gonna walk and come over to check out this part so I don't look like I'm just wandering around the car. I look like I'm flattening his tires. It was actually a lot harder than I thought it would be. It took me like 20 minutes. Oh, now there's a person waiting to park. Yeah. I was just wandering, like soliciting around for 20 minutes just to wait for no one to be there to put the key on his tire. But then it just looks like I was gonna do something suspicious to his car. Slicing his ties or something. All right, so let's get on with it. Best thing to do to start off a day in Seattle. Let me take you to the first spot. Coffee. Coffee is the first place to go, right? Because that's how you start your day. Hey, I want you and only you. Yes, I do. I wanna kick it like kung fu. Wanna see what the drums do. Okay, so I found this parking spot. I parked here. It's street parking. I assume it's free. Saturday, hopefully it's free. I'll check the sign. 2-hour parking, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. back in angles. So yeah, it's like a really weird parking angle. Works. Everyone kind of just backs in like that. Hopefully I did a good job. So we are on Queen Anne's Avenue right now. I forgot to mention, the place I stayed at last night was $0, so add that to the total. And the parking we just parked at was, I believe, free as well. Add that to the expense report. And let me tell you guys where we're going. We are going to the Queen Anne Cafe Co. just to get the day started. Queen Anne Coffee Co. known for their cinnamon rolls and spicy egg sandwiches. Pretty popular choice for casual morning eats. So let's see where it is. I think I should be approaching it now. Right here. Cinnamon rolls.
Okay, your sock is untied. Your sock, the left one?
Oh.
Yeah, so you see it's untied? I'm just kidding. Do you care about Palestine?
I'm in the bookstore!
Really cool. There's a bookstore right next to the coffee shop. So yes, I got the cinnamon roll and the macchiato. No sugar. There was outside seating, which is really cool, where people read books and stuff. But I chose to sit here. That is the cinnamon roll. It's just your standard cinnamon roll. And then the macchiato. Really good though. I was really hungry, so. Also, a very good macchiato. I finished the whole cinnamon roll. A lot of carbs, a lot of calories, but I think I will need it for the exciting day that we have ahead of us. Quick restroom break. There's a whole bunch of good spots. Like there's a pizzeria over there. Olympia. It looks like a pretty good place to go to. A good pizza place, breakfast, lunch place. But we're already carved up. Save my stomach for lunch. 3 o'clock lunch. So the next spot is kind of a far walk. We're trying to get our steps in today. You know, burn off all the carbs that I just loaded into my body from that cinnamon roll. It's Saturday, and it's like one of the last Saturdays of the summer. It's gonna be really crowded. Nice. Almost there. So the next location is going to be Kerry Park. This is the park that overlooks the whole Seattle skyline and then also the Space Needle as well. I think one of the well-known tourist spots. A lot of movies are shot here. So that's where we're going. Yeah, you can see all the tourists to this area. Not really any parking. And the cool thing about this park is where this activity is, it is completely free. $0. Check out this skyline.
I don't like your. You always have your hand like. And they all end up being like.
Looks like there's a play area and public art. Let's go check it out. Nice play area. Nice public art. All right, I'm back in the car now. I'm really debating whether we should go to Pike Place or Pike Market, just because that's like the #1 thing you do in Seattle, right? You go to Seattle, you go to Pike Market, but I've been there so many times. I kind of just walk around, but it is free. So I've decided we are gonna go, but we're gonna make it quick. So here you go. Parking done. That was $2.50. Add that to the counter. Clam chowder.
Pepper clam chowder,
Yeah.
anything else?
That should be it. Thank you.
71, go ahead and follow across there for me.
So much.
There you are, thank you.
It's the first ever Starbucks. Line's always long. I'm not gonna wait in line for that. No, no, no. This is exactly the spot. That is the stairway down to the pier. We are back. 3 minutes to spare. That is very efficient time and planning. Big brain. Galaxy brain. Before we go to our next spot, I'm going to ask ChatGPT, give me best bubble tea place in Seattle. TPT and Sing Fu Tang. I think I'll go for Sing Fu Tang. That sounds more authentic to me. Okay, I found another parking spot. I could have easily walked from Pike Place to this bubble tea place, but poor planning. So now I gotta pay for parking again. 15 minutes, that was a $1.25 parking fee. Right here. On 4th and Stewart Street. I've been here before. Last time I came, I actually went here. I didn't realize. I made sure to urinate in there. I know bubble tea is going to make me urinate very often, but that is the risk I'm willing to take to enjoy this. Lock the door. When I parked here, I noticed some guy was waiting for me to come out. Now I'm like kind of skeptical. Be aware of my surroundings. So I have a decision to make here. By the way, this It was very good. It was an 8-minute drive on the GPS to get here, but because of the traffic, it took me like 30 minutes. And I was trying to find street parking, couldn't find any street parking nearby, so I just opted to park in this parking lot. I'm kind of torn because it does say public parking available from 5 p.m. to 6 a.m. Lot reserved Monday through Friday. Today's Saturday. But I realized public parking doesn't mean it's free parking. So I think I still have to pay. There's a signage right here saying that it's $9 an hour. Scan to pay. The only option when I scan the QR code is 7 or 8 hours for $43, which is not what I want. Is it $9 an hour?
No, it's 35 plus tax.
So it's $35.
Yeah, there's a Lady Gaga is playing.
So
not till 8. I don't know why they.
So I found this spot. Probably gonna be a 10-minute drive from the actual spot, but it is cheaper parking. I think it's gonna be about like $5 for 2 hours, not $47 for 8 hours. Like the other guy said, it looks like there's an event. Lady Gaga is playing or something. So I'm gonna park right here. Location 86856. 1 hour and 30 minutes. Right here. It's gonna be about like a 15-minute walk there, then a 15-minute walk back. So if I'm efficient with my time, I can spend about an hour at this tourist spot. Let me check my step meter, see how we're doing. Our goal is 20K steps. I go on the iPhone, open the health app. It should tell you how many steps you've taken. Today, I've taken 8,379 steps. And not even halfway there. I know what you're thinking. You see the Space Needle. You think that's where we're going? That is not where we're going. We're going to a place next to it. Public parking for $35? Nah, we got it for $6.25. It took me like 5 minutes just to get to the spot from where I parked. Cost efficient. So we're going to the Chihuly Glass and Garden Art Museum or something like that. Spend a quick $37 to look at some glass art? Yeah, I'm down. Mopop Museum of Pop Culture. That's some sort of event. That's why the parking spots were so expensive. Looks like the Mopop Museum is right next to the garden. So the Space Needle is right over there, right next to where we are going. Exhibition.
I was trying to call you, but I was like,
Stick it on your shirt. I purchased the tickets not even knowing if it's going to be a long wait, because the main reason why I don't want to go on the Space Needle is because it's like a line wrapped around that whole atrium. Let's see if this is anything cool. Exhibition entrance. I think we're at the right spot. Thank you.
So we're gonna just park right down the hall.
Right. Just stand right here.
And Tyler Crown's 50-year plus.
Okay, I'm not trying to be negative or anything here, but that was definitely a waste of $45. I drove here just for that. It might not be a waste of money for most people, but for me, I didn't appreciate it as much as I probably should have. It was a good spend in that it was a bad spend because I wouldn't have wanted to spend $45 each going here with Shirley. So it was good that I decided to go here on my solo trip. See how much time we spent there. We have 53 minutes left. Hey, at least we didn't spend $47 on the parking. I would have felt a lot of guilt. I think my parking skills have greatly improved on this solo trip. I copped this parking spot from across the street. Our next stop, you're at Capitol Hill, and hopefully we're gonna get something good for dinner tonight. We're at the beginning of Broadway. Nice restaurants everywhere on the street. So I'm entering the Cal Anderson Park near Capitol Hill, or in Capitol Hill, looking for some cool free art. Nice, that's art. Yeah. So I've had a lot of experiences with stolen cameras, but the whole time I've been walking, I'm not sure if I'm just very caffeinated right now, but I've been really aware of people like eyeing my camera. So I'm very afraid that someone's gonna like come up and just steal it or grab it out of nowhere. I see people like following behind me, looking suspicious. That could just be my hyper awareness, but I'm pretty sketched out right now. Skate park over there, soccer field. Wall art. Pretty cool. So my walk has led me to 12th Avenue, and I heard there was a good Japanese place around the corner, Momiji. It's a Japanese restaurant with a nice courtyard. I think I'm just gonna go there for dinner. I am going to Japan end of this year, so it only makes sense. And it's convenient. Is this the place? No, this is a Japanese udon. Where's Momiji? Oh, right here. Found it. It's gonna be a 5-minute wait for a 1-person table. So I'm just gonna wait right outside the door. It's in front of the police station. Yeah, so the host took me all the way to the back to the seat right here next to the register. You get a good view of the courtyard. It was a very nice courtyard. I did read it on Yelp that they had a cool courtyard, but when I came to the place, it looked very small from the outside looking in, but it's very deep and it's huge. I ordered 2 dishes, cheapest omakase that they had, which was still around $65. Omakase was raw sashimi, raw fish. It was really good for how much it cost. It better have been good. Lean protein, good fats, appetizer, crispy calamari. Honestly, I should have ordered just 2 crispy calamaris because it was absolutely amazing. But the highlight of the appetizer was honestly the salad. Salad dressing was amazing. It was so good. That was very good. It tasted like what $100 of sushi would get you. I was okay spending that much or a lot for dinner just because that's the final meal. That's it. This is the ending to my Seattle trip. About 42 minutes left of parking time. That's probably how long it's gonna take me to walk all the way back to where I parked. And then we can go how much this whole trip cost. And then I can see how many steps I took and also reveal what that thing I bought was, how much it costs to give a grand total. I don't think I spent that much on this trip. I think it's a pretty budget trip, cost-efficient trip, I would say. Driving through any city is pretty cool, but I think when you're walking through neighborhoods like these, you get to see the houses, different types of infrastructure. Like 40 minutes back to my car. 24 minutes left on this parking spot. So before I head back, let's recap on this solo trip to Seattle from Portland. I went by myself without Shirley. It definitely would have been more fun with her, but I wouldn't have been able to focus on the vlogs. I feel like me traveling with other people, it's kind of annoying when you're pulling your camera every minute to capture the moment. In terms of what I got at that jewelry store, Saratoga water. The total of how much this trip costs. So. And it is, yeah, it's the ring on my hand. I've been wearing it the whole trip. So it was around $600, maybe a little bit higher than $600. So add that to the total, and then we can see how much we spent on this trip total. Bam, grand total. Yeah. Was it worth it? I left my my actual ring on the counter before I left, so it was kind of an impulse buy to just get it, especially because gold is the price of gold is pretty high right now, so not a good time to buy gold. I had to do it for the memes. Let's see how many steps we took total. 16,000 steps, 16,211 steps to be exact. 328 miles left on the gas tank, which is enough to get back